Good day, you beautiful people. Welcome to the Voice of Sound Reason with me, Andreas, and we are going to be showing you a list of names of convicted British rapists, paedophiles and groomers. All have links and associations with certain specific groups in this country who also happen to have links with a certain migrant convict who calls himself a patriot. Oh, I wonder who I could be talking about. Let's go. So here we are on the platform X, formerly Twitter. This is the account of Dr. Louise Raw. She is a lecturer at a top university here in the United Kingdom. She is a stand-up to racism activist. She stands on the right side of history, the good things that you should be arguing for and against. And she's firmly against these kinds of people who we're about to list and mention. Now, I want to throw out there, I will be doing a video very shortly on the incessant amount of abuse that this woman has suffered because she is outing these people. Because guess what? These kinds of people don't want to be outed, let alone be linked with the groups that they're being linked with and have the people in those groups find out who they are either. It sounds a bit convoluted the way I've said it, but trust me, it makes sense. Now, we're going to see some names here, guys. Oh, yes, we are. And some of these names are linked with our very good convict migrant friend SYL. Yes, yes, yes. So, any of these groups look familiar to you guys? Bradley Alford, EDL. You can read what he's been done for. Christopher Allen, Scottish Defence League. I wonder where their inspiration of the name come from. Luke Atkinson, EDL and UKIP. Luca Benekasa, Führerkrieg Division. Wonder what that is. Some of you need to actually realise some of the German affiliations that SYL has. Robert Bennett, BNP. Alan Boulter, Britain First. James Boyd. No political associations. He's a neo-Nazi. Nice. And obviously, as you can see, I'm not reading out their crimes because it will get taken down from TikTok. But what you can see here is what you can tell. John Broomfield, EDL. Dean Chambers, BNP, Britain First, EDL. Look at that. Billy Charlton, EDL, associate of TR. Shared illegal images of... Wow. I can't even believe that the scumbag's actually done something as sinister as that. Vince Charlton. Jesus wept, it runs in the family. Michael Coates, EDL. Bruce Caldwell, EDL. Peter Coverdale. NF and KKK. Nice. Michael Cohen, NF. Tens of thousands of... Jesus wept. Right, it's going to be a long one. Michael Coyle, BNP. Kyle Davis, member of System Resistance Network. Jailed for planning and possession of... Nice. Ian Davidson, far-right terror. Jack Deeney, reform candidate. Oh dear, Jack Deeney. Gareth Dewhurst, EDL. Helping Robert Ewing dispose of... Jesus. Edgar Didzilas. 2024 Southport rioter. Previous convictions for SA, battery and intentional strength. Don't forget as well, what was a recent video that Yaxley Lennon put out there? Oh yeah, that all the people who were protesting during those riots are innocent patriots and heroes. That includes someone like him. 2024 Southport rioter. Nice. Stephen Donovan. Alan Thomas Ellis. 18-month community order for sending indecent images to a... Jesus. Indecent text, even correction. Peter Entwistle, local UKIP chairman. 200,000 images. Nice. Robert Ewing, as we just mentioned. EDL member, shock. Ryan Fleming, member of National Action, jailed for SA of a 14-year-old. Nice. Simon Foster. NA, PDF and a T. Barry Fradley, NF. Darren Francis, jailed for multiple SO and degrading for... Jesus. Christopher Gamblin, Britain First. Some of these political groups are still active today. You do realise this, right? Warren Gilchrist, Britain First. 2024 rioter who chanted "Save Our Kids," which the judge called a rank hypocrisy given his 35 convictions for child SA against under 13s. These are the kind of people that Yaxley Lennon's calling heroes. Some of these people are his friends. Martin Gillard, member of the... Well, then I'll just move there. Martin Gillard, member of the National Front, White Nationalist Party, and Britain's People's Party. Peter Gillett, EDL. Shock. Jordan Goodwin, Hagan. Photographed with TR. Publicised and attended Robinson's Telford Save the Children demos. Indefinite hospital order 2011 for serious SOs. Jasper Goch, Britain First. Daniel Grant, EDL. History of SO, indefinite sentence for other violent crimes. Nice. Ben Hanam, serving police officer found guilty of membership of the NA. Daniel Harris. Nigel Hesmondlach, BMP. Dale Hewitt, EDL. Richard Heindel, BMP. Conrad Howarth. Daniel Hughes, EDL. Look at all these names. Luke Hunter, Foycroyd Division. Not the first time we've heard that one. Charged in 2024 with T offences and making child... Jesus. Kane Hutchinson, aka Mason Maxwell, EDL. Shock. Ryan Jackson, Kevin Jenkins, EDL. Ryan Johnson, EDL. Elliot Jones, member of the EDL's PDF file squad, convicted of trying to blackmail into SA. Murphy Jones, North Wales Alliance Combined Ex-Forces, jailed for... Jesus. Sean Jones, Liverpool's Scouse Nationalist. Jeez, 12. This is not easy reading, guys. Gerard Kenrick, far-right supporter, Islamophobe, 2 young... Michael Kinner, detained in... Yep. Wayne Kirby, EDL. Tommy Robinson, supporting convicted, climbing through a window and... Jesus. Aaron Knight, UKIP aide. Daniel Lynchberry, EDL. Andrew Leake, deceased. Racist Tommy Robinson fan who viewed child images before attacking immigration centre. Thomas Leach, far-right T. Gavin Lease, BNP political candidate, jailed for possessing and distributing child... Oh dear. Right. And the rest, I believe, right here. Scott Mason, Terry Morgan, EDL. Mason Maxwell, seen Kane Hutchinson. Lee McMillan, well-known EDL member, jailed for 17 years for... Oh yeah, Lee McMillan, you know, the man who Yaxley Lennon has been associated with for well over a decade. That man. Michael McQueenie, EDL. Shock. Learning difficulties as well. Bloody hell. Do these monsters just have no... How do these monsters exist in society? Thomas Bedler, 2024 Bristol writer. Previous convictions for SA of 2 girls under 16. John Merritt, Reform UK supporter, jailed for 8 years for historic 2 young boys. Gareth Metcalf, 2024 Southport rioter, said, and Tommy Robinson supporter, previous convictions for SA. Joe Metcalf, T offences, serial... Jesus. Jada Milne, Patriotic Alternative. SA on 4 girls aged 11 to 19. Jesus. Peter Moore, neo-Nazi. Brett Moses, EDL. Gareth Norman, BNP. Organiser. He's a BNP organiser. Paul O'Brien, Blood and Honour and NF. Callum Parslow, white supremacist, who tried to unalive asylum seeker whilst on bail, targeting the... and... Jesus. Stephen Payne, SDL supporter, groomed. Richard Price, founding member of EDL with close friend Tommy Robinson, who claimed the police had stitched Pricey up after obscene images of child was found on his computer, even after Price was placed on the SO register for downloading the indecent images, the EDL called him a hero. It's funny that, isn't it? Tommy Robinson's just literally called a bunch of people in the Rises heroes as well. It's funny that. Jack Renshaw, well-known former BNP member, jailed for grooming and received 20 years as well for another offence. Jack Robinson, 20, of Portsmouth, convicted in 2024 of T offences. Andrew Rogers, DFLA, member who pleaded guilty to that with a... Jesus. Michael Rolls, Britain First. We've seen a lot of these Britain First and EDL people together, aren't we? And there's quite a few names that have been linked with Tommy Robinson. Imagine that. Jesus. Roderick Rowley, BNP candidate. Jason Rutter, UKIP candidate. Mark Riley, Britain First. Jesus. Ryan Schofield. Axel Scott. James Shand, Patriotic Alternative. Simon Shepherd, BNP, who's a Holocaust denier. My God. Ian Surrey, BNP organiser. Mark Archie Slayman, EDL member. James Andrew Swindlehurst, South Yorkshire Casuals. Jacek Chavusky, a far-right T, also jailed for download a court. Jesus. Arthur Misty Thackeray, former chairman of UKIP in Scotland. Carl Toffs, EDL supporter from Luton. Shock. Unnamed 17-year-old found guilty of 5... Jesus. Harry Vaughan, National Action. Trevor Vinson, Britain First. Andrew Wells, BNP. Paul Whiteside, EDL organiser. Guess who he's friends with? Mark Wolf, Neo N, who plotted T attacks. Matthew Woodward, EDL member. Shock. Another one. Guess who he's friends with? And Mason Yates, far-right T, and extreme. Oh. Bloody hell. So, I mean, there's a lot of names here. There's a lot of names. And a lot of these crimes are horrendous, horrific, and disgusting. But it's funny how not one of these names has ever been condemned by the convict migrant who claims to be a patriot. Why hasn't any of these names ever been condemned? You have to ask yourselves that question. And just like my previous video where I asked the question, what happens if it turns out that Tommy Robinson is a paedophile, based on the evidence then, because it's just a question, and that question seemed to upset a lot of people. Just like now, why hasn't Tommy Robinson condemned any of these people that he has links with, associated with, and pictures with? Why hasn't he? Why would he defend and exclude these people from condemnation? You have to ask yourself that question. It's a pertinent one.